Good evening, everybody. This is Vivian, and today is Thursday, June the 11th. And tonight is going to be another short one because it is a topic that we've talked about before, but with a different heading. So, last night we talked about being present, though. Being present with who you're with, being present with what you're doing, being present and also aware of your surroundings and everything that's going on around you, without being distracted. I know, sounds like a lot, right? But just be present. I'm pretty sure that the people around you would appreciate it. And so, in today's society, with all the electronics and all this stuff going on, it's kind of hard to focus. When you're talking or when you're actually being with someone, put your phone down, put your computer down, close it up, and have a conversation. It's rewarding in the end. So tonight's going to be really short, as I said. And so tonight's topic is permission is yours to grant. Now, if you remember, previously we talked about in another subject, the subject was waiting for approval, right? Same message, pretty much. So, and it's not exactly the same thing, but you don't need anybody's permission. Approval, permission, same thing. I guess it is the same thing. To be yourself. Okay, so I'm going to read it's like a two-liner in the anecdote, but then I'm going to just kind of talk about it a little bit. All right, so it says, stop waiting for permission to be yourself. Not a single person has the right to grant you that permission except you. Simple, right? So, it doesn't need a whole lot of explanation. Well, I guess it doesn't really need any explanation if you think about it, but there's not much more to say about that. But does it bear repeating? Absolutely. Because, I see on Facebook or in some of the groups that I'm in and all that, people asking for permission to execute an idea. I'll see, and they won't do anything until somebody says, oh yeah, that sounds good. It's not the way to live your life. Sometimes you have to take chances on the decisions that you make and be willing to bear the consequences of that. Because ultimately, in the end, if you make the decision, then I think even if it turns out to be the wrong one, you'll feel a lot better knowing that you and you alone made that decision versus waiting for permission from someone else. And then they say, oh, you should or shouldn't do that. And then now you're mad at them because they told you you should or shouldn't do that. And you took their advice. So I think part of the message in here is to don't wait for somebody's permission to be yourself. You're not waiting for anybody's permission to execute an idea that you have yourself or go for a dream that you have yourself. You don't need anybody else's permission. The only permission you need is your own. And I can tell you that, I've done that, taking some idea and I wasn't really sure what to do with it. And so I'll ask somebody else and sit around and wait for them to say, whatever they thought before I took action on it. And sometimes what happened was the opportunity to do it passed by because I was waiting on somebody else. So I learned my lesson and I don't do that anymore. If I have an idea or if I have something I want to get done for me, I just do it. I'm not trying to wait on somebody else's permission to do it, or wait on somebody's opinion on whether or not I should and shouldn't do it. And I think, I can't tell you what to do, but I would suggest you adopt this practice because you think about what you want for yourself. And then a lot of people are not going to agree with you. I've said this before. Not a lot of people are not going to agree with what you want for you and your life. But you have to do what's right for you and your life. You cannot wait for somebody else's permission for you to do what's right for you. It just doesn't, it never works out because either you feel that they gave you the wrong advice, or now you looked at it and go, wow, man, why did I sit around and wait on somebody to tell me whether or not I should do this? I should have done it when it was, when it was available. But sometimes, things have time sensitive and you sit around waiting on somebody. Oh man, they haven't gotten back to me. Let me see if they're good. No. Don't do that, because it just doesn't serve you. It really doesn't. So that's all I have to say about that. And that's Forrest Gump, by the way, because you know what? I was trying to think of that the other night, his name, and I just could not for some reason. You see, when you relax the mind, you can think of anything. So Forrest Gump, that's all I have to say about that. So, oh, I didn't write it in the description, but here's the deal for today. My positivity challenge. I know you get tired of hearing this, but every morning I get up and I say what I'm grateful for. I wrote in my gratitude journal for at least 30 minutes this morning. I did a meditation that I really, truly love for about 25 minutes. And then I got out and I walked. And I reached another goal. I walked 5 miles today. So I was really, really happy about that. Am I paying for it a little bit? Yeah, just a tad. My knees are saying, excuse me, we only did 4.5 miles yesterday. So we were supposed to do that for a whole week before we tried the 5 miles, but I just decided to go for the, it was just a half a mile. And my brain said, it's just a half a mile. Go for it, girl. And then my knees said, but I did it anyway. And so I feel really great about that. And, today's been a day of personal preparedness, I think, where I did some business this morning, a little bit, and then I went grocery shopping and, picking up all my supplies and all that kind of stuff, because I don't grocery shop a lot because I don't eat a lot these days. So I stock up for a long period of time. And so today was the day, because I was looking in my refrigerator, there was pretty much nothing there. So I had to do that. But that's what I did today. Now, for my love and good stuff folder, I did not have anything for that today, except I went to 5 miles, but that's a personal accomplishment. And so, yeah, I did all that. And, I did. I didn't write it down, or I didn't drag it in my folder, but I did, because when I posted my accomplishment on Facebook, I had a lot of compliments from my Facebook family and my real family, encouraging me to keep going. So that was pretty good. And I think I'm gonna go back and copy that and put it in my folder. So I hope you guys are doing something really great for yourselves every single day, and that you have a love and good stuff folder where you're dragging stuff in that you can go back and look at and make yourself smile. So, smiling is one of my biggest things. I love to smile, and I love to have people smile at me because smiling can make you feel so, so good. So, guys, please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you tomorrow. In the meantime, I wish peace. I wish you love. And I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye-bye.